Grand Rising Familia. You know, in my post, someone asked me, Tammy, why didn't our parents talk about the Masons and the Illuminati and stuff? All of our parents' generation and their parents' generation were made to go to Bible school. Some were made to go to week-long Bible camps where they'd have like 12 different preachers preach all day long, hammering their fists down. And Jesus said this, and Jesus said that, and you better do this, and you better do that. I mean, just annihilating the community with fear of not obeying. Obey. Let me get this right. I'm gonna put it on this stand. It was obey. The obey system is very serious. I mean, the obey system, man, is pretty serious. Like, it's a serious... You better obey or... Oh, my phone just glitched. You better obey or you're going to get some serious consequences. And the obey system's been in place. Let me turn my stuff on. I turn all the power off at night. The obey system's been in place for a long time. For a real long time. And people are just afraid. Like, they're afraid if they don't obey. And that's what's going on. Like, so the reason why our family members didn't talk about it is because they were constantly signed up to the obey system. They were constantly, I have to charge my phone, so I'm going to switch phone things again. They were constantly worrying about, am I doing this right? Don't do this wrong. I'm going to tell mom and dad, you're going to get switch. You did one of the wrong 10 commandments type shit. Serious. You know, I wanted to talk to you about the full moon, and I want to talk to you about, I'm going to post a picture underneath this video. But my friend Crank took a picture the other day of the sun when it was red. And people say that's a planet. People say that's another planet. People say, you know, it's the moon. And it was the sun going down and it was red. I think it was the sun or the moon or something like that. But neither here nor there. But it was red. And I don't know if it was a red moon or a red sun. But it made me think about how we had a frequency war. And if you look around, you see a lot of petrified animals. Down to soldiers where they were standing in military form in China and they all look different. And I think they're the China guys of Wong Hu, where they all look different. And they were petrified because we had a frequency war on Earth. That there was a war, okay? It was a frequency war. And it was bad mamma jamma. It was no joke. And in that frequency war, it turned a lot of stuff to stone. I mean, Medusa is right. You know, you see her head full of serpents. Well, is it full of serpents or is it full of what we call parasitic foods that climb to the top of our crown, but they don't climb? Because remember, we're water. We're majority of this. And salt dries out items, but pure salt, like if you get the salt with the umbrella lady on it, that'll dry you out. But if you get like Himalayan salt and some Celtic salt or salt from the Sea of Death, or I think it's the Black Sea or something like that. It used to be called the Sea of Death. And the only reason why I was called the Sea of Death is because nothing could live in it because it was so salty. I mean, all, you know, plankton and stuff like that. Okay, so something just popped into my head, and how they change the salt, and how they change the salt in the food. But I didn't want to talk to you about that. At first, I want to talk to you about, because I don't want to come off topic, because I'm bad about that. A person wanted to know why our parents and grandparents and our family members didn't talk about what's happening now, and why they didn't know about these guys, you know, the men in Hollywood. They got to take roles and wear dresses, you know, and you'll hear them say, well, I'm not going to wear a dress. And then they wear dresses, all of them. They call them kilts. But it's not that. It's way deeper than that. It's very esoteric. And it can be very beautiful in what duality you are in, because I'm not going to judge. I'm not here to judge at all. I'm just here to be a reporter of lost knowledge that I see. Okay? That's it. That's it. Only what I see and I perceive it to be. You do what you want with it. When you look at the dollar bill and it has a face on it and a circle and an oval circle, but a pretty good circle. But is it an oval circle, or is it the picture frame around the circle? See, when the sun and the moon are in the sky, there is as above, so below. And in the sun is a picture perfect world. Everything grows, it's abundant. We don't tear up the land with concrete and cement to make malls. It's very luscious, like Avatar. We have a very good relationship. Human, the hue, the aura, the energy. Ooh, your mind and your body. So your mind rambles, and your body's like, oh, I don't know, I'm not aligned. So you align your mind, your monad, and your biofield, your body. Oh, and it smooths it out. Because when you come in your mother's womb that grows into a very well picture frame circle. Okay? And in that moon, in the picture frame sun, and you look at the moon, it would be like a picture frame. How money looks, like if you look at a dollar bill, it's in a picture frame. The quarter, it's three-dimensional. The material, the backdrop, and now the lift out in the picture. Okay? It's a moving picture. It would be a picture frame, like a moving picture in your phone. You got to look at the dimensions. You see how it puffs out? You feel the groove of the face, the edge of the frame of the mirror. And even with their toothpaste, I bought this toothpaste to show you, and to try it and see what it did. I walk in duality. I use this, and then sometimes I use this. But if you look on this toothpaste, it's a picture frame too. You know, our teeth are tuning forks. When you take your tooth out, it's a prong. It tunes your teeth. Prong. They point. They're pointers. That's why it's important not to take like pop and cookies and stuff. Even this. Like, the system knows this. That's why they try to have this birth us in. And the reason why I'm saying, why didn't our parents talk about it, is it would be as above, so below. So in this circle with this bracelet right here, okay? You're going to have the moon on one side, right here. Okay, see the man in the moon? Okay, you're going to have them pointing down, because when we come out of our mom's womb, we come out the other way. Okay, we come out head first, and this is going to be facing down because the moon is opposite of the sun, because you need the sun to grow so you can be birthed. Okay, and then the sun is the perfect picture, and then when you flip it, as above so below, and then now you have his face, right? And then it comes out this way. When you flip it, it comes out how it's supposed to, head first. Could that be the soul cycle trapping device that has us trapped in reincarnation? Or could it be you're going up, 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 up in knowledge, in your cardinal mind, where you don't, like, if you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm just a messenger. I'm just here to tell you what I think. You don't follow me. Okay? You resonate with me. You vibrate with me. Okay? You look at me as your teacher, your guide, I'm going to go look at Tammy's videos because I'm going to get something that I need for my biofield. So the reason why I say they didn't talk about it is because if our parents talked about it, like my mom, she didn't talk about, like, I don't believe in the Jesus shit. Okay? I'm going to tell you straight up front. Glory be to God, to the creator of the holos, the infinite, the holos, okay? Everything and nothing. Not just to one man, where you go drink his blood and you eat his body. That, to me, that's a spell on Yeshua. Well, what is Yeshua? In the book, Jesus and the Essenes, and even in the Bible, even in Moses, when he parted the Red Seas, the red outfit he wore in the 10 Commandments, that is blood. Parting of the seas means when you nail someone, you nail their meridial points, your pointer teeth, your pointers, your pointer finger. Uncle Sam, all you're going to do is I fucking tell you and go to work. And if you don't do as I tell you, or you hurt somebody and you drink and drive, if you don't share and then like slow down on the roads and you kill a squirrel or you wreck into somebody, if you don't share, if you don't do that, or you drink and drive and you hurt somebody because the product is synthetic, is not for our greater good, how many of you lost your shit? Every person that just drank has done something they should have never done. I'm a drug and alcohol counselor. You can't tell me otherwise. Okay? So if you don't share, if you don't do that, for everything and everybody, they're going to come and send their police. They're going to pull you in and they're going to police you down, nail in your meridial points. All for the luxuries, the locks that locks you in. What locks you in? What luxuries lock you in? What luxuries have you locked in? Your Bugatti, your Louis Vuitton, your Bolova, me, crystals, when they belong on the land where we belong next to them. So the reason why our parents and their grandparents didn't learn them is because you see how awake I am now. Could you imagine how awake we would be if your grandparents would have been awake? Knowing that when we smooth our mind, our cardinal mind, what if, share if you don't share what the sheriff's going to come get you, and you don't know what is going to happen because you're going to be policed. They're going to pull you in, pin you down, put you behind bars. What are bars? A strip pool. They're going to strip you down. It's no different from a stripper. So quit judging. You're judging yourself if you've been in trouble or you've drank. What is a can? A strip pool that's hollowed out. A quarter that's going to rebirth you into the cycling center of the moon? Or do you say no more? I know my universal laws. Law. Long for all. The trees, the squirrels. You know how many dead squirrels I see because people are in a hurry? And squirrels are messengers. When a squirrel comes out in the middle of the road, they're coming out in the middle of the road to tell you something's in front of you. And you kill that. And then when you get up to the street, you're like, oh, damn, I'm glad I didn't hit them kids. You're not sheriffing yourself because you're not sharing. Because you're too worried about luxuries. You got to go to your job to pay for your house, to pay for your shit. You're locked into that. And the reason why, if my mom was awake, as awake I am now, there would be no cars. We'd be floating. Our tiles would be aligned. This shit wouldn't be going on. The Black Eye Club wouldn't be happening. The Red Shoe Club wouldn't be happening. No one would be worshiping Joe Burrows like they do. He's a normal kid from school. Or is he a Cabbage Patch Kid? They just put a screen over your face and you believe he's some country boy from Ohio. You know how many times that story's played out? Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Eminem all went to a college to learn how to be a gangster. They told you in the movies. And what was it called? Where that guy was a gangster in Bel Air or something. I can't think of the name of the movie, dude. But if you know, you know. Okay? I'm not going to... You know, but if you know, you know. The esoteric ball, the crystal ball, your dome, don't be dumb. You come in from your mother's womb outside your crown, and then you're going to get birthed back into the moon. If you don't share yourself because of the luxuries we're in. Yeah, dude. It's that deep. And that's why. And I thank you for asking me why I didn't say that. Because I do come off topic. Because I've got so much to tell you as a messenger, I don't know where to start. Like, I wake up like, damn, I got to do a video today. I don't know where to start. I have no clue where to start. Because I know so much. You do too. Hit that vibration. If you're watching my videos, you're watching my videos for a reason. You're not watching them just to see what that bitch is doing. And now with the Jesus thing, when you make a refrigerator, an actual refrigerator, you put it in a clay genie bottle, but you make it fairly big. And in that clay genie bottle, you put it in a flower pot. You pour sand all around. So here's the flower pot right here, like that. Here's the flower pot. Now I'm putting the genie bottle in the flower pot. And now I'm going to pour sand all around this. And then I'm going to put a lid on top of it. And I'm going to cover it with a white cloth to reflect the sun. In 200 degrees, that still stays cold when it is manufactured in a organic way. Because clay is organic. The sand is organic. And now the fruit that you put inside, the wine is organic. What do you put inside your refrigerator? Fruit. Vegetables, stuff you got from a tree. Or tear. Why do some of us cry? Because we're so far from our soul, we don't realize our food is right in front of us, but they cut it down. So when a piece of apple falls from a tree, it looks like a teardrop. Adam and Eve, the Garden of Eden, man and woman became separate because we're all acting like, sir, yes, sir, no, sir. Serpents. Repent. Serpents. Dude, once you can see, you can't unsee. When you do that, when you breathe like that, that means you have energy in you. So let's see if you got any energy in you that needs to come out. So shake it off. Breathe. Release it. Have your mind and your body sing so it smooths out. When it smooths out, you are smooth, baby. You know, my Aunt Laura, she says that word all the time. And every time I do that, it makes me think of her because she's so special to me. She's so special to me. And my cousin Shane, he's way awake, dude. My cousins are awake, dude. Like they're all awake. Like my family's awake. They're awake. Because they're of me and I am of them. They're of me and I am of them. And we know what's up. Like we know how they treat our family. We know how special all of us are. We know how special all of us are. Think how long it takes to create a human being. You got to find that mate. The baby has to grow on you for 9 months. And it takes some serious time. And if when you are really awake and you understand what it takes to create a human, you would never, ever do what the Bible tells us to do. The Bible is a straight out a weapon. How they treat people in there. Like, it can be very confusing. Some of the Bibles can be very confusing. Now, the 10 Commandments in our English romancing language, thou shalt not steal. Well, I'm glad I stole, because if I didn't steal, I wouldn't have known the energy and I wouldn't have felt what it felt like. And I don't want to do it again. So I don't think I committed sin. I think I leveled up, level up, man, one up. And I don't want to murder because I've killed a bug before and it made me feel bad. So if you killed a bug, you're a murderer. It's no different. I mean, yeah, if it's saving your own life and it's in what they would call, a state of mind that is, where they're coming after you, then that's a different universal law. But when you know that this is Earth School down here, my friend taught me if you put your hair up like this and you just circleize it, which I've done it my whole life, it creates an energy vortex like the Hopi prophecy women used to do. Well, the Hopi prophecy, but the Hopi women, it's not the prophecy women because that's me and that's you, but that's just how it came out because I know that I'm part of the Hopi prophecy. But you'll know that on your own when I just said that. You'll feel the vibration, like it'll shake. You'll feel it in your belly because I carry codex. But when they wear their hair like Princess Leia, it causes a good spiral effect in your biofield. That's why you'll see me with my hair up a lot. That's why women that do wear their hair up a lot, or women that are in tribal positions and wear their hair in clay, because your hair is an antenna. Because when I say hair, your antennas hear that. Okay, and your hair picks up everything like antennas. So have you ever heard tendinitis? That's where you could have problems with hair, and you have problems with tendinitis because you want to cut back on shaving. Because we originally have hair. When we were born, we all have hair. Luxuries. Even if it's taking your own hair and changing it. Causes you to hurt your mind and your body, your biofield, your biology, your makeup. Why did I shave? So guys would like me. If none of us did that, how much longer would we live? Think about that for a minute, familia. I'm being serious. I mean, when we're not tripping over it, but when you actually grow and your hair grows, it grows to how it's supposed to grow. I mean, you've seen the movie Tangle. Women's hair don't grow all crazy like that. And men's hair grows like a man's supposed to grow. Now you got men shaving their chest and shit. Nobody wants to be with somebody like, you know what I'm saying? That's not going to be who they really are. I've dated some men just like us. When we shave, and we shaved everything, it's prickly, it hurts, it's uncomfortable. You get ingrown hairs. Shit fucking happens. Your hair's gone by the time you're 40 because you don't went to the barber too many times. You get it? The Kundalini, the barber pool. Kundalini. Barber pool. Cardinal mind. Bar stool spins. The saloon, the pool. What happens at a saloon? You get in a pool to get clean before you see one of the house mother's girls. Once you see, you can't unsee. Well, I hope this helps. I gotta get in the shower. I go into the dentist at 11. Did you get a cleaning? I try to do that every 6 months so nothing happens. And when they're just cleaning it, they're just cleaning it. But still, I go in with a blue bubble protection bracelet. I armor up. I wear turquoise. I just know to protect myself. I know that I am divinely protected every minute of every day, and so are you. We bring in shimmer. Shimmer's pure love. Pure love. We come here to bring in the shimmer and not the glitter in the only 2 factories in the world that sell glitter. Like, glitter's under lockdown. If you ever do your research on glitter, it's crazy because we don't use glitter. We shimmer. So women wear glitter because They're not shimmering anymore because they don't believe in themselves. And men aren't shimmering anymore because they don't believe in themselves. Or we're clogged with artificial products. Or we don't even know if baking soda, charcoal, really is for our greater good. We can just hope. Namaste.